the stray cat decided to stage a little scam to find a home. The woman hurriedly got out of the car to check. The stray cat pretended to look pitiful. With no other choice, the woman took it to the nearest animal shelter for help. Perhaps animals can instinctively understand each other's tricks, as an owl suddenly sat on the cat's face, using a breath-holding treatment, which miraculously saved the kitten's life. To alleviate her guilt, the woman decided to take it home and adopt it, which was precisely part of the kitten's plan. How lucky it was to meet such a kind human. The woman not only tolerated its mischief, but also fed it delicious food, bought it a special mattress, and even opened a small door for easy access in and out. With nothing to do, it roamed freely in the garden, and the joyful days made it fall completely in love with this place. Ruth even named it Shell. Before long, it had turned into a chubby cat, thinking this wonderful life would last forever. One day, Ruth started dating a boyfriend. The fat cat felt a wave of jealousy, as if its love was being divided by this man. Seizing the opportunity, it planned revenge on him. Upon learning that the man was allergic to cat hair, it smugly set up a scene right then and there. And just as expected, the man's face swelled up like a monkey's backside. To keep him quiet for a while, Ruth put Baker outside, but the original small door could no longer accommodate his plump body. Baker was forced to stay outside all night, which deepened his hatred for the man, and a bigger revenge brewed in his mind. The Shell, taking advantage of its owner Ruth's absence, brought a wrench to unscrew her boyfriend's car wheels. However, plans can't keep up with changes, as Ruth and her boyfriend were driving a different car, which made Beck furious. One misstep leads to eternal regret. And when he ended up in heaven, the angel told him, "You've used up all your 9 lives, this time you will die for good." At that moment, Beck suddenly realized that Ruth was the best owner he had ever met, giving him the warmth of home and endless food. He seemed to have overlooked how to repay her. Hearing his lament, the angel decided to give him another chance with 9 lives, but this time it wouldn't be simple. He would be reincarnated into 9 different forms. In the first life, Beck turned into a raccoon, and one night, Ruth mistook him for her former kitten, cuddling him to sleep. But the next morning, when she saw his true appearance, Ruth was completely stunned. Without hesitation, Ruth unleashed a frenzied attack on him, and Beck fled in panic. Only to run headlong into a garden power line, resulting in a tragic death. In his second life, he was reborn as a mouse. Looking at his deformed body and long tail, along with the unbearable smell coming from his ears, he had never hated himself so much. He desperately climbed up to the windowsill, seeing Ruth heartbroken over his disappearance, holding a pet flyer. It seemed she was searching for him everywhere. At that moment, he remembered the little door his owner had opened for him, but alas, he had the wrong reincarnation, and his intelligence had become questionable. He was accidentally flung away by the little door, so he decided to climb up the house's drainage pipe, eventually reaching the chimney, just as he was celebrating his feat. He ended up dying from sheer joy. In his third life, Baker was reincarnated as a reckless little cockroach. He scurried around the house without a care. Suddenly, the phone rang. Ruth thought someone had found Baker. Coincidentally, she stepped right on Baker. Under normal circumstances, Baker should have been crushed to pieces. No wonder people say cockroaches are unkillable. At that moment, he noticed Ruth's boyfriend sitting comfortably on his mattress. Without hesitation, he charged at the guy, the two getting way too close for comfort. On the other end of the phone, Ruth's friend told her, if Baker could return, he definitely would. If he didn't, it meant something bad had likely happened. But either way, life must go on. Taking her friend's advice, Ruth decided to pack up all of Baker's things and rekindle her hope for the future. Her boyfriend, seizing the moment, shoved a poster with Baker's image into the shredder. Who would have thought Baker was stuck right in there? Perfect timing. Baker's journey had even the angels baffled. In his fourth life, the angel decided to bring him back as a cute character, a parrot, and he ended up at a rescue center, meeting a mischievous owl. Perhaps by angelic design, Ruth soon visited the rescue center as well. She donated Baker's belongings, and the manager seemed to be hinting at something. He told Ruth, the kitten you adopted had 2 different colored eyes, and this parrot also has 2 different colored eyes. Why don't you adopt this parrot too? Ruth's response was touching.
I'm sorry, I'm just not ready for another pet.
Having a caring owner like her was truly a blessing for any animal. Sadly, Baker had passed too young. Not long after, Ruth's boyfriend brought in Baker's old perch, and even he showed some sadness over Baker's loss, realizing he should have treated him better. At that moment, Baker understood that the man he once hated actually cared about him. He began to feel a little guilty about his previous actions, but now, he could neither express it nor reveal his identity. All he could do was watch helplessly as his beloved owner drove away. Turning back, he went to pick up a fallen toy, but the mischievous owl knocked the perch over, and Baker ascended to heaven once again. In his 5th life, he turned into a yellow dog, naturally gaining extraordinary sense of smell.